Today, we're going to talk about manifesting confidence. So, if for whatever reason you feel like you don't matter, your dreams don't matter, like you're insecure, like other people are better than you, and like you're just nervous around everyone, this video is for you. Hi, guys, my name is Stephania, and in this channel, I remind you and I share with you just how powerful you are from within so that you get to choose the life of your dreams and it will be reflected in your physical reality. First off, let's come back to the present moment and remember that you are so loved, you are so safe, you are so supported, you are whole, you're complete, you're fulfilled right now in the present moment. Today's topic, like I mentioned, is about manifesting confidence and why that's the only way out. It's actually the only way out is in, and you're going to see why. So this whole channel is dedicated to reminding you that everything is within you, that you are so powerful that the material world is merely an aftermath and a reflection of what you actually believe of yourself, the identity that you have chosen, right? And that's why when we look for confidence, things as confidence, right? What does confidence even mean? Let's start with that. So confidence to me basically means that you're stable within yourself, that you are stable in your knowing that you are valuable, you're worthy, and that you matter, and your opinions, your choices, and what you want out of your life really is meant to be experienced by you, despite any reflections or contradictions from the physical world, from your memories, from your thoughts, or from, the illusions that your brain might have created. So, the thing is that I see a lot of videos out here talking about confidence, but it's talking about confidence from the material standpoint. So it's like how to be confident and like do this to be confident, like change the way your body looks, change the way you do your makeup, change the way you speak, change the way you walk or move your body. And like, while those things can enhance certain aspects of your life, if you want them to be part of your human experience, they are still not what anchors your true confidence. You get me? Because your stability comes from knowing that stability, that confidence, that unshakable confidence that I'm talking about comes from your consciousness, the knowing that you are much higher than this physical being that is merely temporary. The physical being is temporary, the thoughts, the emotions, the stories, the memories, and these are all beautiful things we get to experience. Oops, I didn't know if this was close or not. But anyway, I'm talking about manifesting confidence from within. That's the only place you'll ever be able to anchor your true confidence from, which means choosing the life that you want to experience in your awareness within. So you get to give it shape in your inner eye so that it gets to be reflected in your physical life. Because no amount of doing, no amount of changing yourself, no amount of molding yourself to the trends, whether that's makeup, hair, physical bodies, being a certain weight or speaking a certain way, will ever be enough to keep up with the ever changing physical reality that surrounds us. And like I said, that's not to say that those things are not fun to partake in if they, like, if you feel like it's going to be fun for you. But what I am trying to remind you guys, always consistently and forever in all of my videos, is that it starts from within. So let's say you wish to experience being admired, or you wish to experience being the best dressed, or you wish to experience being recognized and valued by your peers or your higher ups. That situation that you want, you give it to yourself within, first and foremost. You cannot seek it out there because seeking for validation in a physical world that is mostly an illusion because it's just energy reorganizing itself, it's going to it's going to be really annoying because it's nonsensical, right? Like you're not going to find your stability, your recognition, fulfillment, the value that you are, the immense value that you are in a physical reflection. So this is so liberating, you guys, when you actually see this, because understand this, because then you're actually going to walk through the path of the experiences you wish to have. So whether they're looks related, or whether they're intelligence related, or whether they're creatively related, right? Like if you're like, I want to have the best ideas, I want my ideas to be recognized and admired, and I wish to experience being a creative genius. Um, it's not like chasing the dream, it's being the dream. It's knowing that, okay, so like this, first of all, the second that you have the idea that that's what you want, it's because it's meant to be expressed through you. And when you get that, you're like, okay, cool. So I don't have to go around chasing things. You don't even need to know how, because the idea will come to you out of nowhere to make that happen. The people, the resources, um the information, like it's all going to be so organically beautiful part of your existence that it's going to grow right out of you, kind of like a tree or like plants or whatever. But there's nothing to seek. So if you're seeking confidence, there's nothing to seek. You already are. You are whole, complete, beautiful, perfect. You're immense. All you have to do is know. And part of knowing, I believe, is remembering, because we've been so distracted into believing of our powerlessness due to the ego, the history, the stories, blah, 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 blah. So, usually, if you feel insecure or that you need more confidence, is because you're trying to prove yourself to somebody else. And remember, this somebody else is just an illusion. It's your ego just trying to prove itself to something somebody else said, to an opinion somebody else had, to a story of you somebody else echoed into the wind. Like the things that bother us, that bother our ego, are usually things that we once believed of ourselves that we no longer want to believe. And when it gets reflected back to us by somebody else, it carries a heavier weight in our psyche than it needs to. And, like it flutters into our emotional being, but it doesn't have to be. So, like when you're aware of what's happening and you realize that those are just reflections and illusions, and that as you ignore them, they will go away. As you stand in your confidence and your stability within, knowing that you are the most powerful energy in your life, and you get to choose the experience that you wish to experience, you claim it in the present moment, all those annoyances, all those different reflections have to fall away. So the people that were saying things about you, or that were annoying you that you didn't like, and all the chatter, it'll start leaving your vicinity. You can go within, choose what you wish to experience. Know that your confidence comes from your consciousness. The direction that you give your awareness will be reflected. And that's what happens with the way that you end up speaking, the way you end up carrying yourself aesthetically, even the way that you start walking, because that's the aftermath. So, yes, there can be some training to get you to be better, perhaps, at like taking care of your physical body. But I find that as you choose it within, those things come organically. All those things are the aftermath of who you choose to be within. So, there's no forcing from the external perspective, even when it comes to fitness. Like you can't overly force yourself into doing it. Body still needs to comply. And that comes from your consciousness, and then your mind has to kind of like surrender to the new identity, and then it falls into the new patterns, right? So I intend that this video was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it was. And if you have any questions, if you want me to clarify any specific topic, I also have other links where I share and remind you just how powerful you are in other platforms. And I also do one-on-one coaching. You totally don't need anything from anyone outside of your awareness and your consciousness. However, it's a really valuable resource if you want that experience. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day, week, and present moment. Bye bye.